Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So LSU's offense will go on the attack first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
They'll give it to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D-lineman, Dave. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
He fires one deep over the middle. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you and get to the running back before it gets started.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Using his legs, it's Wilcox. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Finds his man, it's Wilcox. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on 1st down from the 43. Used the play fake, now to throw. Took a shot as he threw.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defender staying right by the receiver and the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged in the middle, it's Berry. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Hill. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Leaves it with the back. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Gashing the D on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes a man miss. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense. Understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro. Not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield. Getting this.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Grab near the marker. It's Jones. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodriguez. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle, and they're able to get him down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Quarterback running on the draw. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Berry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't work the ball in. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence, to know when the snap is coming out, and you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wideout. The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls it in. It's Daly. Open space at the 25. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage.
Touchdown, LSU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Tiger. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catches signaled for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Here's the handoff. There he goes. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They're going to ride this running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
This drive will open from the 15. They're testing the right side here. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Bringing the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Watkins. Got some room and into the goal line. Touchdown LSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Here's the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Behind the chains now on second and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Has to get there to move the sticks. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Let's go. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. He wants a big play here late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Gets it to him on the screen. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.